Hello, in this tutorial I am going to show you how we can read binary data from a file. In our last tutorial we saw how we can write binary data into a binary file using a fread function, and this file data.bin was created by that program in our last tutorial. This contains 5 double values in binary mode. So in this program I am going to read the content of this data.bin file again back to the array in our program. So for that purpose I have declared this data array, which is a double array. This is going to contain the 5 double values which we are going to read from that file data.bin. So the values of data.bin is going to be assigned here in this array, and for this purpose I have declared this file pointer and I have called the fopen function with the name and the path of the file and the mode. Here the mode should be read binary, so that's why it's RB, because that's we use typically for reading in binary mode, and I did the necessary file pointer checking as usual. In order to read from a file in binary mode, we use the function fread. Fread requires 4 parameters. The syntax of fread function is just like that of fwrite. The first parameter is the pointer to the location where fread is going to assign the content that it reads from the file. So here we want it to be in the data array. So data array, the base address to the data array has to be supplied as the first parameter, but it should be casted as void pointer because fread expects the first parameter as void pointer. The second one is the size of each element that we are supposed to read. Third is the total number of elements that we're supposed to read, and the last one is the file pointer from where the fread is going to read. If fread is successful in reading, it returns the total number of elements that it reads. So we can just go ahead and catch the return value. This can be used to check whether fread was successful or not. I'm just printing the content of this n object into the console. So we are done with the reading from the file. So on successful completion, fread is going to read from the file and is going to assign the content, assign the elements into this data array. So we are having the content here in the array. Now I'm just printing the content of that array to make sure that fread was really successful. So for that purpose I'm declaring the loop counter as I. So I equals to 0. It should go less than 5 and then I plus plus. So here we go. I'm printing the each content of the array. Let me give a message here as well. That will be good. So we are done. Now let me go ahead and run this program. Okay, the mistake is that I have used %4d. It should be %10.2 LF. LF is the format specifier for double value. Since we are reading double, the content of this array is double, so we cannot use %d. It should be %LF. Let me go ahead and run the program once more. Here you can see that these are the content of the file, and we used these values to assign the array earlier in our previous tutorial. Let me just show you that. Here we go with the fwrite that we wrote in our earlier tutorial. You can see that these are the values that was assigned to the array, and they are actually read by this current program into the array. They're same. So that's how we use fread function in order to read content from a file in binary mode.